The incredible DragonLance saga comes to its thrilling conclusion in this high-level adventure. The heroes face their ultimate challenge as the Queen of Darkness exerts all her might to claim Kryn as her own. Will the heroes defeat the Queen, or will the heroes themselves be defeated? What will Kryn's future be? One of light or one of darkness? Welcome to the world of Kryn and the legendary DragonLance. We'll just finish the story here before we go.
So basically, you made Reefer Madness 2.
So yeah, kind of.
That's what it sounds like.
So we were in the gymnasium for this health fair, and nobody was watching our video because it sucked. And the thing is, though, because this was back in VHS days, right? So we didn't have like a new tape, so we taped over one of the Nightmare Before Elm Street movies, and our video was like 10 minutes or whatever, and then like we didn't turn it off fast enough. There was like a Q&A, so we started watching The Nightmare Before Elm Street, and all of the kids, when they saw that this was on the TV in the gym, came over, and there were hundreds of people watching our thing. And then Mrs. Alternative comes over, the teacher, and I'm like, shut it off, shut off the TV, shut off the TV. So he shuts it off, and we start pretending we're having an interesting dialogue about drugs and steroid abuse. And Mrs. Alternative is standing there just looking shocked, like all these kids engrossed in what we're saying and what we're doing. And I turned to her and I said, so we're going to get an A on this project or what? And she turns and gives me a dirty look and turned and walked away, although we did get an A, and it was all because of Freddy Krueger. And with that, we are live.
That's funny.
Was the Secretary of Health also in the crowd for this?
Yeah. This is why we are where we are today.
Did you save 2/3 of the American population that day?
I say yes. I saved over 256 million people that day.
And they're all in the gym with you?
They were all there in the gym.
Yep. Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and others, to, you got a little peek behind the screen of this is the kind of stuff we talk about while we're waiting to come on. Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and others, to Atomic Peanut Butter Presents DragonLance: Dragons of Triumph, Part 2. I am Adam. I am your dungeon master for tonight's festivities, and I'm ready to go. You can watch us whenever we bother to play, and we've been really good about playing this year, guys. Nice work. Only had a few
I gotta go. See you. Bye.
Yeah, Mike's gone.
Kim Chan put you on a deadline, and all of a sudden.
Yeah, I know. That's why now we're playing, because we've got to finish before Kim Chan moves to Rome. So you can watch us live when we do bother to play on Twitch, which is the best way to watch us. You can also watch us on YouTube, both by searching for Atomic Peanut Butter Group. If you watch us on Twitch, you can engage in chat. We got Chris Andrew, we got Mymorph, we got Blind Umpire here tonight. And I'm sure we'll have more as we go. We already got 6 people on, which is much better than last. I don't think we had 6 all night last week. But anyway.
So that last time on's got to be really good.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, wait, and Gary's here, and he fucked up all of our stuff.
Well, yeah, I
over.
waited to come just in time to fuck up your templates. That's what I was hoping
that.
for. Yeah.
Take
Doing
that
it
G
during
off
the
your
intro,
chest
though,
now.
is the time to do it, though. So, and we're always happy to have you guys. So we can. Who could get mad at Gary? I've been mad at Gary.
I mean, I can give you a list.
I've been mad at Gary before.
I mean, Gary's kind of like the puppy, you know. You don't want him in the nose. He's got the bright
You've never
eyes,
lived
the
with
smile.
That being said, I'm just kidding. Gary was probably, and I'm including my wife in this, is the best roommate I've ever had. He's a really easygoing. He's a good roommate. He cooks. He's a great cook.
Back to the puppy.
Yeah, he cleans. You know,
Makes you feel warm when you come
sometimes.
home.
You know, yeah. He's. I mean, you know.
Compared to you.
We took. Well, I'm much. Now I'm like a clean freak. Now I've got a problem.
That's
But
after you lived with Gary.
no, it was after living with my wife. She's not a clean freak. Anyway, you can also listen to us on podcasts wherever you listen to podcasts by searching for Dragonlance Chronicles. Let's introduce the rest of the group. And while we're doing this, I will fix the overlay for those of you watching at home. Why don't we start with Kemchan, since he's already in a box that works for him. Kemchan, who are you? What are you doing here?
I ask myself that every day. How am I in Thailand? But I am still Kemchan, and I am still playing Jadek on Integrath, our landlocked Minotaur pirate captain, and Gorel Nightfoot, who recently lost his adopted father, Flint, and somehow has to try to convince his older sister to abandon her ways of the Blue Dragon army and cut off the head of that army and let it die.
That's going to be really interesting to do. Because in the books,
Yes.
and I'm going to spoil the books a little for you, Kemchan, but...
Oh, great.
Yeah, anyone who
So
doesn't want
don't bother
spoilers, time for
sending it
earmuffs.
to me.
Yeah. I'm just saying, and this
Okay.
happens early on. We learned this early on. Where Tanis Half-Elven, who's an NPC who died early on in this game, he and Kitiara were a thing. So it was kind of like there was a love triangle. A great. What if you haven't read the books? Read the books. You know, after you watch this. Don't worry.
Yeah, I mean, we had a love triangle here.
We're not going to spoil anything. We did. Yeah. It was instead of Lorana, Kitiara, and Tanis, it was Kitiara, Zane, and Gaz. Not Gaz.
I had my own Portal Fantasy thing. I actually teleported into the world.
Yeah.
Had an affair with Kitiara.
Yeah. Gary created a
don't tell my
character
wife.
who's
That
just
was on
himself.
AOC, right?
Yeah.
That like an AI thing
wait.
that you did? Or?
AO3. I mean.
Are you're the Lieutenant Barkley of the group?
Is that why you don't like us using chat or anybody using Chat GPT? Because we're using up all of the resources for your AI world? That's actually it. Yeah, I need them. I need them to power my portal to the D&D world.
No. I'm just glad you invented the holodeck.
Yeah. No. It's actually, I actually physically transport into the D&D world. It might be a little too complicated to explain.
Your primitive minds can't understand things like molecules
But that's why you live in
things with
tomorrow.
molecular structure. What movie? Come on, guys. What movie? Gary knows it. What movie?
I mean, I'm not gonna say because I know.
I
don't know.
With,
Army
I
of
always
Darkness.
fail
It's
your,
not Pee-wee's
movie.
Big Adventure, which it usually is. It's Army of Darkness, which is the other movie.
Oh,
That
a movie I've seen many times. So that's one I can't say I've never seen that. Like I've seen many times.
And anyway, so what I was saying is, so in the books we have this love triangle with Kitiara, and there is a little bit of that here as well. But we also have sort of the sibling angle, which they didn't really explore as much in the books, but that's been really more of the driving force here. Is that sibling angle between Garel and Kitiara. And between that and
Curlathon
and
I mean, come
Curlathon
on.
and but you also
you're just gonna cut me out here. I mean, that's
you had like a Royal Tenenbaums relationship though with your sister.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I just spoiled Royal Tenenbaums for a lot of people as well. Great movie if you have not seen it. Please.
25 years old.
Is it that old
So?
already?
Yeah.
Oh man.
But well, what does that have to do with the quality of the film?
No, he says
People
spoiled.
watched it already.
Oh, fair enough. Yes.
Spoilers. I've never seen it. Or
it's
even
like-
Chuck's right. You should not be
You
worried
haven't
about
heard-
spoiling.
Michael, you would love. I don't know if you'd like the movie or not, but I think you would like the movie. Royal
the second-
Tenenbaums.
It was the second DVD I ever bought.
Okay.
It is so good. The more you watch it, the more you get out of it. Oh, it's that good. Anyway, thank you, Blind Umpire, for your 3-stream watch streak. Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Yay!
Huzzah!
Let's move on to Gaz, since we were just talking to him.
Oh, I'm sorry. What? Who?
Yeah, you.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, right. I guess. And I am playing. I'm playing Curlathlon and Vantellis and Athea. Green Mist. Actually, currently, Ethan Tealfog.
Oh, you got that. Look at that.
I can't believe I remembered that
I
the first
cannot
try.
believe you remembered it either. That was very good. I would give you an inspiration point, but you're remembering your own character's name. Thank you, Michael, for subscribing with Prime for 3 months. Currently on a
Yay!
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Got to keep us on somehow.
Yeah, we gotta. All right, let's get on to Chuck. What's up, Chuck?
Not much. Just checking out the betting lines for the Kentucky Derby.
Oh, the Kentucky Derby is Saturday, right?
It is
Oh,
tomorrow.
is that happening?
I'll
right.
tell you what, number 20, I don't remember his name, but like the 20th horse in the race, last horse picked, he's actually number 21. If you can if you can get him with low odds now, his odds are going to increase, and I would take him now. Take him now if you got him low, because I'm pretty sure he's going to. I don't know to win, but you want to put him place or show. That's a little inside inside horse racing for you guys right now.
Definitely don't take the final gambit though. He's 30-1 already.
Who is number 20 on the list? Down at the bottom.
21 is Beza.
Beza. I don't remember if that's the name. I wish I
No,
remembered the name of the horse.
number 20 is Owen Almighty.
And there's a chunk of gold that's also 30-1, and a coal battle at 30-1. There's a bunch of 30-1s.
Well, yeah.
Judgment.
Journalism
I'm curious.
is picked to win, which is
Yeah,
in this
3-1.
world, I don't believe it.
No.
Where exactly are you getting these hot tips on horse racing?
I heard it earlier today.
CBS Sports.
Yeah.
That's
I'm not
Exclusive.
feeling great today, so
They're
I took
exclusive.
off, so I had nothing to do but have the TV on all day. Except for when I
So
was sick.
I am playing the lovable, kind-hearted,
Oh, I
fan
forgot about
favorite dwarf Burke.
Oh yeah, that's what we were doing.
Voted
We're talking
recently,
about horse racing.
voted recently Mr. October, November, December for the Dwarven calendar
Wow.
of 2026. Also playing as my secondary character, or my other character, Sir Kerwin Crownguard.
He's changed
and-
names 3 times.
Well, his last name really is Crownguard.
He's a member of the Crown Guard family, yeah.
Yes. Adopted.
Yeah. But he went from Kerwin Farnham to Kerwin Dragonbait to Kerwin Crown Guard.
I figured my
Over the last 4 episodes, 3 of which Chuck participated in.
Well, the Dragon Bane was just after he killed the 3 dragons. That was just a bit of a high point.
More of a
Fox
title.
Song-
Yeah, that
Fox
was like
Song
an
then
homage
had
to
go kill
Huma.
4 or 5, and then I had to drop that. So
Fog Song killed like 5 or 6, and your guy killed 3 or 4 or 5. And
Yeah, but he's
it was a pretty
alive,
epic
though.
thing.
who lived to tell about it?
Yeah.
Pretty sure Fog Song.
I don't know, but the bards still sing of Fog Song, and
I think they changed that name to Sir Rick now.
Yeah.
Takes all the credit.
Speaking of which, let's move on to Mike. Hey, Mike.
hey, I'll be playing Calum, Aramis Valian, Order of the White Robes, Initiate of the Second Circle, Scion of the Last Light.
Look how cocky he is right now. I like this look on you. Keep going. Keep going. It's turning me on.
All right.
Now you scared him off. Thanks.
Yeah, sorry, I went a little too hard on that one.
Ah.
Who else?
The ideal is what is beautiful points us beyond itself towards what is true. And we are going to answer the questions of our lives.
And these are the days of our lives.
Like
Do
sands
we
in
have
the
like an
hourglass?
hourglass?
Yeah, that's- I couldn't
No,
think-
we got
couldn't
some
think-
Freddie Mercury playing. It's pretty good, yeah.
And who else are you playing?
On the times when I won't be playing Calum, I'll be playing another character who's not Fog Song. His name is Stone Moss.
Way to filibuster yourself into getting that name correctly. That was incredible.
Stone Moss, of course, being the astral druid, and I didn't have any problem with my names and my characters until Adam kept messing
I
them
know,
up.
and now I've got them
These-
down, and you once
No,
once
yeah.
I've remembered them, you have not been able to figure out any of them.
Yeah, no, I've forgotten, and I named them, so that's just how it works. We share a brain.
Yeah, that's true. And let's move on to last but certainly not least, Sedge.
That's me. And I play Mr. August on the Dwarven calendar, Feldspar Keystone, and Sir Rick Cordwood, who just wants to prove himself.
Went mano a mano against Lord Soth. Maybe we'll come back to that here in Naraka. Let's get down to it, ladies, gentlemen, and others. This volume of this music is very loud lately, and no matter how much I turn it down, it doesn't seem to work. But anyway, antecedently on Dragonlance. And if you heard the music, you'd understand why I'm suddenly talking this way. Flint Fireforge died of natural causes, leaving his two adopted sons, Kurlithlan and Gorel, with a new sense of purpose, but a hole in their hearts. Fog Song also, although not as dramatically, also died. No one's mentioned the death since, but it's theoretically possible someone remembers it in the back of their minds. Oh yeah, I do remember that guy. The elf. What was his name? And then someone says Stone Moss, and they say, "Yeah, that's no, that's not it. That's not the one." I think he's still alive.
Wait, he was an elf?
He was an elf, still, Foxon. He was a
Foxon.
Sylvanas elf. By the way, in the modules, it says in every module that any elf has to be Qualinesti. We had 2 Qualinesti elves early on, and then we've had like 6 elves since, and they're all been from Sylvanas. We have not followed most of the rules here in these modules.
We're bad boys, you know.
That's okay. We're making it up as we go. We're having fun here, guys. That's all we're doing. We're just having fun, playing a game.
That's right. That's why you have your Jim Nance voice out.
This is my Jim Nance. Well, that was good. Good call. You know what? Inspiration point. You can pick which character you want to put it on. The rest of the group, along with a new white-robed mage, a young kid by the name of Calum, blah, 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 blah. but I can't remember the rest of his name. Aramis is in there somewhere. I remember that.
Calum, Aramis, Vellum.
Calum, Aramis, Vellum. It's going to be hard because I've done it in Calum. And you've got Calum. Here's your character. I'm going to confuse them. But anyway.
Calum.
They are.
But I'll probably change the pronunciation, so don't worry about it.
That you did last episode. You said it twice back to back, and they were both very different.
Yeah. Calum is what I was originally going for.
Calum, right? Calum.
Calum Aramis Velian.
I think the last name you've already said in two different ways, but we'll go on. We're moving on.
Alien. Attaché, Order of the White Robes. White Robe Initiate of the Second Circle. Scion of the Last Light.
Has not yet taken the Testify Sorcery. Maybe that'll be an interlude episode before we get into Legends when we're done with this. By which when I say maybe, that will be an interlude episode.
So wait a minute. He's got plot armor now?
Apparently I got plot armor. Perfect.
We'll see what happens. I was actually thinking about that last weekend when I was working on the Legend stuff, and I'm like, there's only so much I can do because I don't know who's going to survive.
Yeah.
So I stopped.
We know that Calum or Calium or Callium or Cal or whatever his name is.
I could use a white-robed mage, so if he dies, think about that, somebody else. Anyway, the rest of the group, with some instructions...
Who don't have plot armor.
Have been instructed by either their dying fathers, their own sense of retribution, those not searching for their daughters or friends who have been kidnapped by the dragon armies, have been instructed by the old mage known as Fizban the Fabulous, that who may or may not be Paladine. He's Paladine. It's been pretty obvious from the beginning. He's Paladine. But
heavily implied when he turned into that constellation.
Yeah. Those who hadn't figured it out beforehand probably got the hint once that happened. Told them that in order to stop the Queen of Darkness, Takesis, the Dragon Queen, from entering Kryn, there's two things that need to be done. One, you need to drive her back through the portal into the abyss and close the door. And then, good old Barum Everman, man with the green gemstone embedded in his chest after killing his sister, accidentally, but because he was greedy. Hundreds of years ago. Talk about plot armor. He's still alive. He needs to do something down in the Alamo's basement, by which I mean the Temple of Takesis' basement, to find his bike. Nope. To take the green gemstone and do something. It looked like destroy it, based on what you guys saw in the Glitter Palace, the magical palace you went into, where you almost died, but found some valuable information. And since then, the group split up, went into Naraka. Well, half of them are already there. We have... Oh, here we go. Felspar, disguised as a merchant. Thank you, Chris Andrew, for cheering 500 bits. Be back in a few. Don't die without me, companions. I mean, don't die in general. Hashtag good advice. Huzzah!
Huzzah.
Not medical advice.
So you guys can pick
Yay!
what character you want to put that hero point on, because they don't share them. You got to pick your character. Feldspar,
Now, could the characters sell them to each other?
I'm a capitalist. Sure, go ahead. As long as it's a fair trade.
I'll give you 1 copper for 1 inspiration.
Oh, that's the going rate is going to be much more than a copper.
I mean, it's legal consideration.
It is, yes.
Yes, but
you can't judge what the value is.
I'm the judge,
the
and
characters there. No, but you're not. They're not between those two characters. They're both his characters.
There's an arbitrator.
You can't judge how they value things.
In order to do this, you need to go through an arbitrator, which is me. It can't be an under the table deal.
I see.
Ian's got to take his cut.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I do get a percentage as the. It's a salary position.
Right.
So I do get a percentage. All right. So Feldspar, Barham, Burke. Nope. Feldspar, Barham. Who is this? Kerwin. It looked like turn. Looked like
that's your own handwriting.
That is my problem. Not anybody. Yeah, I have very bad handwriting. Bro Bernard, sorry I missed Michael RPing with himself last week at Flint's Wake. I actually got my Andor watch party moved to Saturdays for the stream. Good idea, Bro Bernard. All right, so Feldspar, Barham, Kerwin, Stone Moss, Vantellis are all in the Tavern of the Hair of the Troll, as disguised as merchants.
Sad merchants.
Some of you are sad merchants.
Stone Moss is crying into his ale.
Stone Moss is a sad merchant because he found out he's got a daughter somewhere. Now, who is old now.
Met his grandchild. And
yeah. We'll
discovered that the love of his life is really...
As long as Caleb and/or Stone Moss doesn't die, we may delve into this during Season 2 Legends.
That's why I just trailed off.
Yeah. Also in the Hair of the Troll Tavern, we have Jadek as a disguised as a mercenary, and Thea, who is, I'm sorry, Ethan...
Tealfog.
I'm sorry, say it again?
Tealfog.
Tealfog.
Yes. You know, green mist, Tealfog.
I get you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to remember it, but I get you. Is a bard who is now playing at the Hair of the Tavern. Jadek just went in as himself. He didn't really describe. He just
yeah. Oh yeah.
He's has not figured out that he should probably disguise himself. Yeah, it's worked out so far though.
Why disguise himself?
The rest of the group was heading to the blue area of the Dragon Armies. The Dragon Armies haven't arrived yet, guys, but they'll be on their way. Today's day one. They've got 7 days before the.
They don't have to. They can stay where they're at.
No, they will. They will be there.
Okay.
I promise.
They don't need to.
They don't need to.
No rush.
Yeah, they do because they've been
rush.
called. That's part of the. Otherwise, the game ends.
Then we win.
Yeah, yay!
Hey, we did it, guys. We won.
Victory.
Right?
What a hollow victory. With none of
Won
the-
Dungeons and Dragons, yay!
Yeah. So it's,
You beat it. You beat the game.
It's
Oh,
next,
great.
Is,
I can
is
have my
the
afternoons
next,
free now.
is the next episode the reunion episode where we all get together and talk about the game?
Yeah, well, yeah. What's that guy who does the New Year's Eve with Anderson Cooper?
Seacrest or
No. The guy who does...
Al Roker.
Watch What Happens Live.
Yeah, what's
That
his
guy?
name? Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't even remember why I know that name of that show, but I know who you're talking about.
Anyway, he's going to be here to do our reunion episode once we're done.
Great.
Still under contract negotiations. I wouldn't have leaked that quite yet, but
well, Jeff Probst said no, so.
Takesis, Bromanard says Takesis Trump has called a MAGA meeting. They will be there. Yeah, they all gotta show up to the cabinet meeting and talk about how great she is and how wonderful all the things that she's doing are. But anyway, we'll get to the to the folks going to the blue district in a moment, but the Green District was also looking for a specific individual, an individual that they heard about in Jalek, or Jalek. I don't know how to pronounce that name either.
Jellic.
Jellic, thank you. I knew it.
Never pronounced it that way.
Jellicle.
Yeah, it's like they're all full of cats that sing and dance and
don't start.
And lick themselves, but they don't have genitalia. What are they licking? You want? Who knows? Maybe they got fleas. None of my business. Anywho, they heard about a person who works with the underground resistance, who is pretty much in the know about who's being smuggled in to, or who's being brought into Naraka, and also helps people get smuggled out of Naraka, prisoners and the like. Only name they had for this individual was Maelstrom. When they asked for a Maelstrom, who turned around but their old pal Odie, who they last saw in, oh man, what was the name of that town?
I don't remember at all.
Yeah.
Remember the town, I do not remember the name.
The town where we rescued the elves and tried to rescue most of the children. And we succeeded with the children and failed with most of the elves.
You did alert every Dragon Army member in the place that you were there.
There's probably still Dragon Army headed that direction.
That's why they're not here yet.
Yeah.
But anyway, Odie had disappeared during that time and reappeared now as a member of the underground resistance and goes by the name of Maelstrom. So that is where we start tonight's episode. Those of you in, it was the merchants who asked about him. And he turns around and it is Odie. Jadek, you know Odie? And man, that might be about it.
Feldspar knows him.
Feldspar knows him. Burke knows
briefly,
him. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But Burke isn't there. So Feldspar, Jadek, Ventelis would know Odie.
Gorell would know Odie?
Gorell would not, but he's not in this tavern anyway.
He's not in the tavern, right?
Yeah, but he never met Odie. Jadek did. Jadek is at the bar currently, pretending to be himself, having a drink.
Doesn't have to pretend.
All right.
But, so wait. So, Odie steps up where?
Odie is sitting at
him.
one of the tables back behind you, in between you and the exit, while with the merchant group, those who are disguised as merchants.
Right.
And he's sitting at a table next to them.
What? So, and he was pointed out, right? Like the bartender was like, he's over there.
Yeah, he said. They said, "Well, I'm looking for Maelstrom," and he said, "Somebody's looking for Maelstrom," and it turned around and it was Odie.
What kind of draconian is he?
He is a bronze draconian.
Jadek will spin around, see that it's Odie, and at first be like all excited to see him, but like realize he has to like.
Yeah, Odie gives you a look and a nod. Yeah.
Right. But it like kind of saunters over, but obviously trying not to make it obvious.
Mm-hmm.
And sits down at the table across from Odie.
Yeah, and Odie is sitting with some other humans, not draconians, but humans, and he gives them a nod, and they stand up and they move to the bar.
Jadek will lean in across the table and go, Odie, it's Jadek.
Yes, I recognize you. You're not in any sort of disguise.
We lost you. We lost you back in.
Yes, I'm
town.
sorry. And call me Maelstrom, please, while you're here.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get used to that.
Yeah,
All right.
I know. If you slip up, you slip up. I mean, we're friends. I'm not gonna hold it against you. Yes, in all the confusion, I lost you, and I wound up on a contingent that was headed here to Naraka. I stopped at Jellic on the way with my group, and I met with an interesting cheesemonger and butcher, and I learned about the underground resistance here in Naraka. And I decided that I would join that and see if I could, especially since it would be easy for me to hide with my, appearance. That I would
Hide
be
in plain
probably
sight.
exactly, just like you must be doing, because otherwise I can't figure out why you're not in any sort of disguise.
Why would I be in a disguise? Everybody knows me.
Right, that's exactly why. You should be in a disguise.
Jadek still doesn't get it.
Yeah.
No.
There's
Why?
no such thing as bad press.
Exactly.
So anyway, I've been here for the last few weeks and helping any way that I can. I was going to ask what brings you here to Naraka, but I could only guess.
Actually, you. And yeah, we have to get to the center of the city. How can you help us with that?
You mean the temple?
Yeah, the temple.
Aye.
Center, right? That's at the center.
It is at the center of this Tootsie Pop of a land. It'll take
Okay.
How many licks?
1, 2, 3.
I don't like when
3 licks to the
negotiations are
center of Naraka.
Kerman's gonna come and join at the table at that point.
Okay. I don't believe we've met. I am Maelstrom.
Oh. This is Kerwin. He's with me.
Well, I guess Feldspar should join
I
as well.
thought we were using.
Why don't you all
code
come
names.
over to the table?
Yeah, I thought you were dead.
You know what? Let me
Yeah,
come to
yeah.
your table's
That's
bigger.
not going to be conspicuous at all.
No, they're
I'll
all
just come
spread
to your
out.
They
table.
all suddenly go to the
I'll come to your table where
I haven't seen you since. Have I seen you before? I don't know.
I've
let me
never
tell
seen you before.
Let me tell you about how. Can I get that
you-
rail over here? And I need to tell you. And it's just, and then there we are. And then
If I
Can we
could
sit
just
at
ask-
a different table?
One question: why did you bring the sad drunk with you?
Oh.
He's not
he
usually
wasn't
like
always
this.
It's a good question.
These are very dangerous times.
It takes the attention away from us, actually.
Not if you're sitting at a table with him.
No, that's what he said at your table. We didn't want to sit with him anymore.
So we'll leave him there. I'll come join you at your table. It's
Where
okay.
you going?
It's okay. They know me here. But
Good.
we still-
So I need to talk there.
No, I'd still rather not make a huge spectacle of things. Anyway, yes, you, the attentive one of the front, Sir Knight, you seem to have something you'd like to say.
Just wondering how you, how do you move around the city freely? Is there papers we need or checkpoints to get through?
Both, yes. And how I move around and how you move around will be very different.
Yes, I was hoping you might know a forger.
I can
take care of the.
Certainly. I'm usually moving people out of here, not in. But that being said, yes, I can assist you with.
Well, I mean, okay, get some of theirs that are moving out.
Can you knock him out?
And then see, we get their identification, those that are moving out, and then we can use their identification. All you need is one for me, one for him, and one for. And
Steve, all right, Stonemoss. Let's get you to bed, buddy.
Yeah, let's. Steve, and he calls over the ogre bouncer. Yeah. Could you please help this gentleman up to his room? Do you have rooms here yet?
Not yet. Can we get a few rooms and one for by himself?
He looks over at the innkeeper and holds up 2 fingers because that's all draconians have. They have 2 fingers on the thumb, as far as I can tell. Bart, the innkeeper, nods the hobgoblin and slides a couple of keys across the table. And Steve.
Is there any stone surfaces nearby?
No, it's all wood.
No stone at all, huh?
No, this is like a temporary. This is a makeshift building here. So
Okay.
Steve comes over to you, grabs the key from the bar. He takes the other one, tosses it on the table to the rest of you, and he says,
I think it'd be really awesome if I was a marble bar.
"It would be
just
awesome
meld into it
in many ways, but that's not the case." And Steve comes up to you and he says, "Come on, little fella. Steve, take care of you." And he just picks you up and cradles you like a baby. and
I babble. Actually, I just randomly cast Speak with Animals on him and then start talking to him, assuming that I couldn't understand him before.
And a little like word balloon pops up above Steve's head that says, "Steve will remember this." As he brings,
bear is carrying me. How nice!
As he brings you upstairs,
Did you guys see this bear that's carrying me? It's such a nice bear. Nice bear.
How is he so loud?
And he puts Stonemoss to bed, and then closes the door and locks the door with the key. Brings the key back down, tosses that onto your table too, and he says, "You'll be safe there. No more quiet, but safe." And then he takes his position back on the stool out by the door.
The Maelstrom.
Yes.
What's straight north of the city? It seems to be an open area up there.
That is where the majority of those who will enter during the ceremonies will enter. There is a road that will split off east and west. So each of the dragon armies will come in through that main road, and then down through the city, and then into their designated areas where they will make camp before the final meeting, which takes place in roughly 6.5 days' time.
And is anyone preparing the grounds as we speak?
Yes, they've been preparing for months now. Those you see here in the city are the ones who live and work here full time.
Do merchants move in and out, setting up stalls or delivering wares?
Yes, they've been moving in more than they've been moving out of late in preparation for the armies.
Right. I think we have a way into the inner part then.
Again, it is possible to get into the we'll call it the third layer of the maze. Getting to the temple will be difficult if you are not part of the dragon armies. They will have predominantly officers with them, but they will have others as well to be able to protect them in case of an incident. Hard to say what the size of each entourage will be. If I were a betting draconian, I would bet that the blue and the red would have more members there than the others. But it is, of course, hard to say.
Is there a way to get some of the equipment of the blue or the red?
Well, anything is possible.
I've got coin.
Coin, stealth, a way to take is important, or just convince that you're joining their army. They're always looking for new recruits, especially
so like a recruitment center or something, a place you can go to sign up.
Yes, each one of the different factions has their own area in the outer walls of the city, where they have recruitment offices.
So you said the red would be a good one to blend in with?
Hard to say, but red is the biggest. That being said, if you're looking to join, it's certainly easier to join the white, the green, or the black.
The red, isn't their leader the Toad?
It is, and he is a fucking moron. Nobody understands why Ariakis promoted him.
So one could reason, and if I'm wrong, please correct me, that he would be more than likely willing to take on a new bodyguard, one skilled in the sword.
Well, it's certainly possible. He is a coward and a weakling. Whereas the others certainly they have their own bodyguards, but they also have a very high opinion of themselves, from what I've seen.
I think Toad would be our best option.
Keep in mind that. Well, see, I told you he'd be safe, but he's still. We can hear him all the way down here. Very loud. It's very loud, that human.
Is he singing Neil Diamond?
Probably. It's playing on the jukebox, and you see and all of a sudden the jukebox goes off, and the Fonz hits it and says, "Hey," and then it goes back on again.
What do you guys think? Join up with the Toad as bodyguards?
One thing that I would just point out is that Ariakis, although he is the emperor, is still, in fact, in charge of the Red armies, and when they enter Naraka, he will be leading them. And he is not one to be trifled with.
Well, maybe the White, then. I hear the leader is Barbarossa.
Yes, with a name like Barbarossa.
Shouldn't he be red?
If you're not selling some sort of booze, then it's a missed opportunity.
I think we can convince him to...
Or some sort of space Amazon, from what I vaguely remember of the movie. I might be confusing it with two movies together, but as far as I'm concerned, Barbarossa is about a space Amazon.
I thought he was a pirate.
Maybe. I'm just thinking about the movie that Paul Lazarus, dean of the school of the film school at the University of Miami back in the 90s, produced back in the 70s.
I mean, we know we can't go with Salah Khan. He's already some sort of genius mastermind.
He's like the big brain.
Have you seen the man's head?
It's huge. Bromenard says, wait for Ariakis to share his war plans on Signal.
Perfect. I just joined up. I think we go to the white then. The white quarter is that just south of us?
The white quarter is north of you. You're in the green
North,
quarter
yeah.
right now.
But it is
Yes.
adjacent, so that's
Yes.
good.
I think we go get recruited to them. I mean, you guys killed like a Jadek Feelthos,
Now,
didn't you?
keep in mind, though, that in order to get into... Not everyone is going to be allowed into the temple. So in order to be
Wow.
into the temple... And yes, they did
Well,
kill
one
Field.
step at a time. Whatever we need to get past one layer of
Yeah.
security before we can worry about the next.
Yeah, Jadek and Vantellis were the only ones... Nope, I lied. That was the other group that... who was there? Nobody from this group was there for the killing of Feelthos.
Wait. From
Feelthos was Kurlathlon.
yeah.
No, was Jadek Kurlathlon?
No, it was Garel, and
It's so hard to
the other
remember.
dwarves.
We've split the party so many
and-
times in so many
There was
ways
band-
with so
there
many
was a
different
band going
characters.
to play the party.
If only
Somebody
there
go
was
to the
some
tape.
recording.
No,
Yeah.
they were the band going to play the party.
No, that wasn't Feelthos. Feelthos was in the Icewall Castle.
Anyway.
He's the one that called Dr. Feelthos. He's the one that make you feel
Oh.
real good.
That's long before I joined.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that was
That was back in the good old
Right,
days.
Yeah, that was before Michael
before
too.
I joined
think,
back
right?
up.
Yeah, that was right before you joined up.
Yeah. Right
Um,
before I ended my sabbatical.
Yeah. So, but just remember that the higher up you are, the more likely it is that you will be allowed to be part of the entourage that enters the temple.
Well, I think my angle would be joining the White Dragon Army as a bodyguard. I mean, it's probably one I'm most apt to be. I mean, that's what I'm best at, fighting.
It's good to have hobbies.
It's a profession.
It's good to be. It's, you know what? If you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life.
That's so true. Another round, please. Another round.
Innkeeper, please. Josie loves Chachi. Another round for the table. Thank you. Is there anything else I can do for you, help you with? I can certainly get you papers if you need.
We'll need forged papers for sure, all of
Yeah.
us.
Okay. Give me a day and I can do that.
It'll take Stormmoss at least 2 to sleep that off.
Bit of a lightweight.
He was putting away that dwarven ale that Kurlathon or whatever was putting him under the table. So
It wasn't girl. It was
or
Burks.
whoever.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
was.
Burks.
Well, I mean, it was. It's a magical flask from Rayorks, aka Dugan Redhammer. So it's a Dwarven Gods special brew.
And
So you know
we were
it's gonna be
stomaching that
strong.
just fine. So
The great thing about it is, since it was forged by a dwarven god, then you don't get. It's like sake, where you can drink as much as you want, get as shit
What?
face as you want, but you're not hungover the next day.
Well, the problem is he mixed it with the local rat gut stuff.
Oh,
that's where I went wrong now.
he mixed it with
don't
Trace
mix beer and
Loco.
liquor.
I forgot about the old saying about liquor and beer, or wine and beer, or whatever it
No,
is.
it's liquor and beer, but that's also just nonsense. It's just
Right.
about how much you drink. If you drink too much, it doesn't matter what order it is. You're gonna hurt the next day.
This is
If
the
you
after
eat,
school
if you
special.
if you ease your way off of it, so if you're starting with liquor, then go to beer, then maybe. But still, if you drink too much, it's not gonna make a difference.
And then just switch to water for a while.
You should be switching to water. Just drink a glass of water in between.
With scotch?
And that's the more you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, is there anything else I can do to assist you?
Join us at DragonLance, where occasionally we discuss the game, but mostly just other stuff.
Sometimes we play D&D.
Hey, we made good headway there for the last 10 minutes.
Who do I attack?
Looks like it's break time now. Put a lot of thought and effort there.
Nope, we still got some time before I want to take a break here. I want to finish with Maelstrom before we move to the other group.
All right.
Why else would you want to talk to Maelstrom? Think about it.
And
who else?
we kind of have to have these long, pointy things we need to smuggle in as well. At least one.
Oh, the
of.
DragonLance.
Right. Dragon.
Because we need those to close the portal, right?
Yes.
Or at least one of them.
So you'll definitely want to keep up the merchant disguise, at least some of you, and get as close to the inner city as you can. Now that will be once all of the armies are here, that'll be a little bit easier. I can tell you when each army is expected to arrive, if that would be helpful.
Aye, that would be.
So they're going to close the gates of Naraka a day from tomorrow, 2 days from now. And they're going to clear the inner city. And so if today's day 1, that would be day 3. Day 4, the white and the green armies are scheduled to arrive. Day 5, the black army scheduled to arrive. Day 6, the red and the blue armies are scheduled to arrive. And Calum, who was not there, I don't think he went to the blue area, so never mind. But that's when you assume, from what you know of, and everybody will, I guess, kind of know the general idea, somewhere between day 5 and 6, or day 5 and 7, I should say, sorry, is where Lord Gunther and the Whitestone armies should be arriving. And then on the 7th day, there will be first a call to arms, then a procession, and then there will be the Council of the High Lords.
Do you have that in like a little nice little booklet or something, program?
I said it very
Flashcards.
slowly so you could just jot it down. And this is also available on YouTube /Atomic Peanut Butter Group.
Okay, great. I'll just go back and check that.
And also on podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts, just by searching
Wonderful.
for Dragonlance Chronicles. Although we are a little bit behind in uploading those. So, but you can also find it on Twitch for a set period of time as well. I don't know how long. I don't pay attention to that. So there are other ways to remember this information.
Sorry, can you go over how to remember this
if you
information?
just go to 1 hour 9 minutes, you'll be able to find the information. I'm sorry, Chuck. What did you say?
Sorry, can you go over how I find this information again?
No.
Do you have specific links that we can click on?
No.
I mean, it would be really a lot easier if you just had a pamphlet.
I don't.
Maybe run around yelling Torm a lot.
I don't have a QR code.
Although I guess we don't do that either anymore.
No, we don't do that either. That was Will's thing in our first game. On Sundays, which have nothing to do with this. And Torm, nobody knows who the fuck he is here in Ansalon.
Oh, we're getting Spelljammer?
Why, it's funny.
We could spell, yeah, but nobody knows it except for me and you, I think. Maybe Sedge. I don't know if he was.
Gary
I think
should.
he
He
should have been
was
that
there.
time. Oh yeah, you were there at
Sedge
that
was
time too. I forgot about that. That was when you said your character saved the world while the rest of us were unconscious.
I don't even remember that at all.
Yeah.
Your kick when you fought Tiamat and rolled your nat 20 and saved everyone's
Oh,
ass.
right.
You rolled like
yes.
3 nat 20s in a row, 2 to get you up from being unconscious since having 1 hit point, and then the third one to actually hit her and kill the the version of her anyway.
But that's a different Takesis. This isn't this Takesis. So
that
yeah.
was Tiamat.
I've also heard this story like 222 times.
Now 223.
Now I've
But
met
it's a
Gary,
cool
and
story.
I realized your story did no justice to Gary.
Yes. So Chuck took over for Gary on our Sunday night games. All right. Yeah, Bromenard, I feel your pain, Adam. DM to DM. Yeah, no, thank you, Bromenard. At least somebody does. Everybody here is a DM except for Sedge and Kemchan. Don't really.
I have
DM
been
to
in
them.
past.
Yeah. So, and Kemchan DM'd me in a game before he moved.
Way back.
Did that cause Kemchan
Anyway.
to move?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, having Michael knows, having to have me and Gary too, really do very well. Having to have me as a player is not. That's why none of them are DMing here, by the way, on Friday nights. And I'm here to DM this game myself.
It's much more pleasant this way.
And if you need some filler, you just give Adam a line and he goes with it and goes with it and goes with it, and then you get your notes sorted out and then you steer it back around.
There you go.
So, anything else we need from Odie? I feel like there's a big plot point missing here.
There are a couple of them.
Well,
He
well,
is
you were
a
helping
smuggler of
prisoners, right?
people.
yeah.
Do,
we're looking for some
Smuggler of
prisoners.
people.
I was
Oh,
gonna say,
does he
do you know
have information about the
Lorana?
kid,
Right.
Pippa?
Sure.
Lorana and Pippa. The
Yes,
dwarven girl.
Lorana is a fair elven maid.
Yes. I do, from what I understand, know that they are here somewhere in the city. From my understanding, they are prisoners of the Blue Ladies. You know, the Blue Lady apostrophe S,
Oh.
not IES.
I was gonna say, do you know if she cloned
I
herself?
knew you were going there,
or-
Gary. That's why I had to immediately explain.
There's more than one.
Dun dun dun!
Is
It's
there a
like
way
multiplicity though, so like the more the more
It's just
Blue Ladies
degrading.
there are, the worse they become.
You make a copy of a copy, man. That's just not a good idea.
Let's take over the world, Steve.
Or it's like Jet Li's
yeah,
the
no, we're
one
gonna
where
take
there
over
are
for
fewer
Steve.
of them there are.
Let's go. We
Is
make
there,
a copy of a copy. That's what happens. That's why I'm assuming the stormtroopers, when they just decided that they were all clones, that's why they can't shoot anymore. Because of the multiplicity cloning rules. I
So,
want to watch that
can,
movie again. Now that movie
can't-
was hysterical.
so Odie, can you find out where they are exactly?
I could try. I would imagine that they are in the blue quarter. That being said, I don't know. They could also be in the dungeons of the temple. I'm not sure, but I can work on that for you. Yes.
That would be great to make some inquiries.
Of course.
Do you need anything for that?
No. I will not take money or anything from you. I am happy to help as much as I can. I will say, too, just so you're aware, that I am not the only one here in the Resistance. I am just part of what is called the Hidden Light.
Not enough to get us, prove that we're the good guys to the other good guys?
Yes. And if I could.
Do you guys operate with code words or a secret handshake?
You just kiss them square on the lips.
Tongue or no?
It's nice. It's not needed, but it's nice.
I always lead with the tongue, you know.
Yeah. People like it. I found. They don't like mine because I've got a scratchy dragon tongue. So it kind of shocks them when they first feel it inside their mouths.
Are we saying that dragon tongues are like cat tongues?
Yes.
Is that what we're saying here? Okay.
That's canon. Chuck, put it in the Nexus.
Done. As a dragon licked.
It's either that or sticky. Your choice.
That's definitely gonna be scratchy.
Neither are good, but one is better than the other. I'd argue. Anyway, the leader, just so you're aware, is a man, a human, a thief by trade, who goes by the name Loot the Pawnbroker.
Loot the Pawnbroker.
Yes, which you can remember by going to YouTube/Atomic Peanut Butter Group. Watching this episode,
write that one down.
137, Dragons of Truth Part 2, 1 hour 16 minutes in.
No, we wrote that one down.
Okay.
Loot the Pawnbroker.
Yes. He's short. He's thin.
Wait. Loot like the instrument or loot like, how do you spell loot?
Loot like the instrument. Lute.
That's my next question. Like loot like 00.
He's very surly initially towards strangers. So, a short, thin, surly man. Good chance. Good chance it'll be him. Not 100% chance.
Do we all get like cool code names?
No. No, just me.
What, like in Reservoir Dogs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
I could be
Miss-
Booty Diver.
You're Mr. Pink.
It'd be like the candy
Why
bar.
do I gotta be Mr.
What? Wait a minute. Who's Mr. Brown?
Well,
Damn it, I'm Mr. Brown, aren't I?
well, now
If
you
you have
are.
to ask who Mr. Brown is,
Yeah.
it's you.
And that's only because you've soiled your pants, and we all noticed. We've been trying not to
Shit.
say anything, but it's, yes, exactly the problem.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's shit. It's
We
not
know what it
soiled.
is. It's embarrassing. Embarrassed
I know,
for
I
you.
was hoping you didn't bring it up. I only brought the one pair. That's why I was asking about uniforms earlier.
Oh, yes. Well, I'm sure we can find you another pair of pants. My God, we'll have to. Well,
You might want to burn this chair too.
Josie, throw away, burn the chair. There's no salvaging this. It's wood. It doesn't matter. It's soaked through. It's seeped in.
This stench will be there forever.
Yes. You lacquer that now. All you're doing is lacquering in the stink. Anything else I can do for you before we go on a quick break?
Unless
I'm
you want
good.
that kiss.
I do. Very much so.
I see you two guys. I'm catching
And
up with
as
you, Al.
Felspar and Odie/Maelstrom make out, we fade to black, and we will take a very quick break. Don't go anywhere.
that no.
So then I said, Betty, I said. Oh.
I don't even own a horse.
Welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, and others, to Atomic Peanut Butter. What happened? Everyone's in different spots now. Well, not everybody. Kemchen and Sedge are the same spots, but Gary is now
I'm
Michael, which I believe is your middle name.
All right.
Well, that it is actually my name, so yes, I'm fine with that.
And then Mike is Chuck, which leads
That
to
is
a lot
concerning.
of possibilities there for fun. And then Chuck is Gaz, who again did replace Chuck in our Sunday night game. So
All makes sense.
This flow chart is getting confusing.
yes, but it is getting very confusing. But anyway, such is the life of me on this stream. Anyway, thank you guys. Chuck, you're on mute. Thank you guys for hanging out with us.
For good reason.
For D&D Friday for Atomic Peanut Butter presents DragonLance : Dragons of Triumph, Part 2. I am Adam, your dungeon master for tonight's festivities, and let's get right back into it. Bro Bernard, who's on first? Yeah, who knows? Yeah, everyone's messed up here too, but we don't need that right now. All right, so we have. Sorry, what, Gary?
Blue group.
Blue group. Yes, Gary just wants to get into this. Enough of the
Blue
bullshit.
man.
Let's just
Let's
get
rock.
into it.
Look along.
I'm not willing to shave my head.
Yeah.
You're Mr. T again. Oh, sorry, it's going to be A team.
I pity the fool who don't play drums and paint the faces blue. All right. So we've got Rick as a mercenary, Burke as a mercenary, Garel as a mercenary, Curly as a mercenary, Calum, ?
Merchant, I guess.
You're part of Team Mercenary, so get on board, Merc.
Okay, if I need to be. I don't understand why I would only need to even be here.
You could be my squire if you like.
You got plot armor.
Do I look
Stand
like
in front of
do I
us.
look like a knight? Look at me. I'm not a knight.
That's why I said squire.
As you guys, because you have to make your way really around to the opposite side. You're on the west side. You got to go all the way to the east. You got to loop around either the north or the south. There are fewer. If you go to the south, you just have to get around the red quarter. Otherwise, you have to get around the white and the black quarter. Plus any guards on the main north gate.
One question before you move on from that, though. When you're talking about the schedule of armies arriving and stuff, I'm just wondering, if out of that we might know which route is going to be less crowded. For example, if one of the is going to be arriving later, maybe their area is not going to be quite as crowded. It'll be easier for us to get
There's
through.
my note in the what I managed to write down anyway.
In Roll20.
I posted in the Roll20 chat.
Oh, yes, I see.
But yes, and you do know that each of the armies, as part of this protocol, are coming in from the north gate. So right now, again, it's not super busy. Again, you've got the guards, the workers. You have some higher ups that are running the place that are here, but the bulk of the armies won't arrive until the day that they're allotted to.
Yeah, and based on this, I mean, with the red and the blue both due to arrive on the 6th, we should definitely be going the south way around,
Yeah.
because they're the furthest from being here.
Yeah, and you're able to get there in that one day. Now, by the time you get to the Blue Quarter, it will be late that first day. And as you do get there, there are dark storm clouds that blacken the sky over the city. Bolts of lightning flash, and those of you who are inside of the Hair of the Troll Tavern will also see this, but you guys are experiencing it, out in nature here, out in the open. Bolts of lightning flash through the clouds and are visible miles away. Beneath the clouds, a torrential downpour showers the city and its immediate environs with water. Thunder crashes deafeningly from the clouds. Somebody roll me a 1d6.
Got it. 6. That's either good or bad. Right.
That's how long this storm is going to last.
Well, no, that could be good.
So it is.
That could work to our favor.
Yeah, exactly.
We
can see.
So anyway, it is pouring rain right now. Thunderstorms, dark clouds. It is very late afternoon, but it looks like it's like midnight with these dark clouds and this thunderstorm happening. But you do make your way to the Blue Quarter. What would you like to do?
I think the first thing is to find out
Recruitment
where
office.
where Kitiara would be. Yeah, like where the headquarters, where the Blue Army headquarters is.
Well,
So
that
is
would be in, if you look at the map, just inside of this Blue
The first
Quarter
wall?
City. Yeah, but you need to get into that first. Now there are two. There's a entrance to the south that says, both say 31. Those are the two entrances, but you're going to need to get through the collection of, guards and just Blue Army personnel into that outer quarter before you get there.
Well, we could try to sign up, and if that doesn't work, we could.
Yeah, we could say we're here to sign up.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to do that.
All right, so they will direct you to a makeshift office.
Before we get in there, I'm gonna cast
Which is
guidance
in
on
the
myself.
wall.
Okay.
Or Druid Astral Assistance.
Whatever you want to call him, man. All right. So they will direct you to this, again, this small makeshift building. It is pouring rain.
Is that little makeshift building is inside the wall, right?
No, it is still outside in the Blue Quarter, but it is it's one of these buildings sort of in the center, just up against the wall.
Okay.
Pinging it on the map here for you. Those of you at home can't see it, but
Yeah, I see it.
Shit happens. Can't have everything you want in life. So I'm assuming you head into that building?
Where are we going? Why are we
Yeah,
going?
I guess.
Why should we go? Why are we here?
We're joining the army. Wink.
I don't want to join an army.
Oh, pay attention to the wink.
Should have joined the Merc Brigade.
I'm apparently in the Merc Brigade, and I don't want to be in the Merc Brigade.
You're gonna do great, kid. Just stick with us.
You'll be fine. Like I told my own boy, suck it up, cupcake.
The boy that
Didn't he
died?
die or something?
The boy's dead.
Wow.
Oh, you
Don't even rub it in.
You had to bring that up, huh? I was just getting over it.
Yeah, he was telling him to suck it up about death. It didn't work. He didn't suck it
I
up.
didn't even have a time to call my celestial companion yet.
Is that a euphemism?
The Stone Mouse was a whiner. I guess the grandson's even worse.
Stone Moss is a hero.
Yeah, you should be proud of your lineage.
I am very proud of.
I mean,
whatever.
somebody should be. I mean, you're not as cool as that guy Fog Song.
Yeah, I don't know why he's not here. Somebody said he got killed somehow. Stupid.
Stupid. He got one-shotted by Lord Soft.
I'll
You're
have
lucky
you know
the
he
rest of
died
you
a
weren't.
hero in my presence.
Oh. So let's go get this. Whatever we're doing, let's just get it over, okay? So I can be done with this.
Yes, you'll be signing up first.
First.
I don't think that's a good idea.
No, the rest of us will look a lot more appealing after he goes
Once he
forward.
gets turned down.
Wow, all right, that might work actually.
All right, so you head into the office.
Yeah. Yeah. There's just some sort of line we stand in, I assume.
There's nobody there. The office is empty except for a like a strong, beefy, tall woman. Stern face. She's got brown hair that's pulled into a tight bun on her head. And she looks up at you and she says, "Yes."
We're here to
push Caleb forward.
You'll be okay.
And what am I supposed
we're
to
here
do with
join the
this?
army? We're here to join the Merc army.
Yeah, pay no attention to him. He's my squire.
This one in the gray dress is your squire.
He was supposed to be
Right.
the herald, announce our presence, but he's pretty bad at his job, as you can see. Maybe the army would be the good fit for him. Teach him some manners.
But you can see the rest of us have strong arms and wish to join your ranks.
Okay. All right. Why are you looking to join the armies? Let's start with you, Sir Dwarf.
How much do you pay?
Well, it's 5 steel a week.
Hey, sounds good. Three meals.
Yes, plus snacks and a smoking break.
Ooh.
Just saying.
How
Saying,
often is the smoke break?
It's as often as you want. That's what smokers do.
Wow,
They just
unlimited
smoke
smoke
all throughout
breaks?
the day and say they're taking a smoke break.
Yeah,
I'm
wow.
just saying. I want to join the winning team.
We don't get too many dwarves around here.
Of course not. Most of them are locked up in their mountain fortress.
Yes. Like weirdos. Are you a
Yes.
weirdo, Sir Dwarf?
I live under the sky.
So yes.
I'm a weirdo to dwarves, I guess.
Well, I don't know what to think about that.
Well, my axe can split a man's skull.
Okay, well that I like. Okay, she writes that down. That's
Check.
good. All right. And you could reach the man's skull. Let me see you. Put your arms in the air.
I whip the axe out and smack him into the top of the
She writes down
wooden beam or whatever.
good reach. In parentheses for a dwarf. And why the blue armies?
Why the blue? Of course. Why wouldn't you not choose the blue?
Yeah, I
Their
can't think of an
famed
answer.
leader. Their famed leader, Kitari.
Well, she goes by the blue lady here, but it's Kitiara, not Kitari.
Sorry, it's the accent.
Yes, you're possibly thinking about the video game system that we've just created.
The Kitari.
Yes,
The 2600?
the Qatari 2600.
Yes. But yes, the blue lady.
Now, if you had an Intellivision, you could actually play a DragonLance game, or Dungeons and Dragons game at any rate, but not on the Atari. Play Pong.
But the blue dragon lady, she's a hero of mine.
Really?
Did you hear what she did at the to the knights?
Yes. Well, of course I did. She lost.
No, not. Did you hear what she did to them though?
Explain.
She taught them a lesson in humility.
Okay, she writes that down. Well, Sir Dwarf, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I don't have a set of armor that will fit you, but yeah, you're welcome to join.
Perhaps the blue paint.
Sure. Just shave your head and your beard.
No, I've seen Braveheart. No.
Here are a set of drums.
Drums?
Practice.
What the hell are these for?
I also have some plastic tubes. You could bang those around. Oh, sorry. Wait. Hold on. Wait. She looks over and this is the wrong application. She tears it up. Takes out the Blue Dragon Army application and says, and just starts jotting things down and say, okay, name.
You might call me Tarn.
Is that your name?
Yes, Tarn.
Tarn. Okay. Last name?
Ogrebane.
That's not going to go over well here in these armies.
Why don't we change that?
How about Smith?
How about that? Well, let's go Smith.
Tarn Smith. Yes, much better. Okay. Yes. Okay. Here's your documentation. You know that the Blue Dragon armies aren't set to arrive for another 4 days. But you can get some work. Search for a gentleman named... Should I go by the first name that I came up with? Or should I come up with a new one?
Is it
No, give us the first name.
Let's workshop it.
Donnie Starfeather.
Nice. That's good.
All right.
Donnie Starfeather is a great name.
You'll find him, out in the outer quarters, just about 3 or 4 offices north of here, and he will give you your what's the word I'm looking for?
Assignment.
Orders. Assignment. Yes. Yeah. Dhani. Yeah. Dahani Starfeather.
I will go find him.
Next.
Hi, yes, hi. I think I'm in the wrong place here.
Are you looking to sign up for the Dragon Armies?
Oh, that's what they said, yes. But I'm not really a warrior. I'm more of a not a warrior.
Well, what are your? We don't always need just warriors. We could use other service men and women. And what are your? What's your skill set?
Well, I look up at the stars, and I think about them, and I smile about them, and it's a wonderful thing because the stars tell us everything that we should possibly ever need to know about everything. And
does it tell you that by saying this in a job interview for the Blue Dragon Armies, that it just means that we're just going to murder you and leave you out back?
Oh, you wouldn't want to do that. You see, I would turn you into nothingness. But not anyway. What I was saying about... Oh, I could turn you into nothingness with a snap of my fingers.
Oh, but wizard! Anyway, you should have... Why didn't you say?
Why would I lead with something so benign and silly as that when the stars are up there so beautiful?
First of all, all right, wizard.
You gonna question me?
Now I noticed that you're wearing brown robes, and I don't know of any wizards that wear brown robes.
You know, there's the whites, there's the reds, I don't follow anybody's particular teachings of any philosophies.
I'll take power for
whatever Moon wants to give it. You know what I'm saying? No, you probably don't because you're not a wizard!
I told him to switch to decaf this morning.
Yeah, I'm not sure I understand anything that's going on here. Would
Of
you
course
be?
you wouldn't.
Would you be?
I'm a wizard. You're not. There's no way you could possibly understand the words and the thoughts coming out of my mouth. How am I doing, guys? Is this what you wanted?
You're turning into what's his name?
There's a lot of head
Chris.
shaking and
What was the guy from Friday? Chris
Tucker.
Chris Tucker. You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
That is Rush Hour, though.
Same guy though.
You see, I didn't
Yeah.
study
Did he say that in
heroics.
Rush Hour?
Yeah, he said that.
Yeah,
was
it was
Rush
Rush
Hour.
Hour.
I
Oh,
didn't study heroics.
that's right.
I studied magic.
In Friday, he said, "Motherfucker, you got knocked the fuck out."
Yeah, that's it.
Anyway, so Mr. Tucker, would you be willing to wear the black robes?
I don't care. Do I look like I'm into fashion?
No, no, you don't. All right. Well, I'm gonna send you to the mage's office, which is the last office to the north.
Just let's just get this handled. Can't you just take care of things here?
I
Aren't you the
could,
bureaucrat
but
in
me
charge?
taking care of things here would result in your murder and apparently me
No,
turning into
you're-
nothingness.
You would
So-
turn into nothingness. I'm sorry.
So I'm going to give you these papers and send you to that last building all the way to the north before the entrance. Thank you.
That doesn't
Next.
sound like anything I want to do.
Next.
Gurel steps up.
Yes, you're here to
Yes,
join
I
the-
want to join. I want to join.
Name.
And Anthony.
Yes. What's your
That's
last
it.
name?
Soprano.
Flagstaff.
First name and last name funny.
I thought his first name was just Ant and then Oni.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Is your name Aunt Oni?
Yes.
Oh, okay. What is it you specialize in?
And then he puts his hammer on the table. Smashing skulls.
Oh, wonderful. Yes, we have use for men of your talents. May I measure your biceps?
What?
It's
Like,
not for the.
fine,
It's
man.
not for the job. It's just for my own personal.
No,
use.
then no. No.
Okay.
No,
This is why I
No,
ask.
it
I don't
wasn't-
just assume.
No.
If this were part of the job, I would just do it. But you're a very big man, Mr. Ant Oni.
And he forgets that's his fake name. He's like, what? Oh, yeah.
Ant would actually be a pretty good name for him, like a good nickname. Hey, Ant.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Reminds me of my Uncle John. My brother's name is Anthony. Hey, where's Anthony? What? Andy? Andy in the bathroom? Where's Andy? Okay, well, yes, you're in. You're in. You can report. Again, there's an office that will give you your orders. About 3 doors from here.
When do we see the boss lady?
The boss lady. You're talking about the blue lady.
Yes. Yes.
Well, she
yes.
won't be here until the rest of the blue armies come, which is in a few days from now.
Uh-huh. And I assume she has her own building.
Oh yes, it's she has her quarters, which are inside of the wall.
Okay. Does she address the troops at any point?
Oh, I'm sure she might, or she'd have her officers do it. I don't know. I'm just here to recruit as in the recruitment office.
Right. He takes the papers and goes.
Okay. Nice meeting. Maybe we'll meet for. No, okay, he's gone.
No, he won't.
He's gone. Already left.
And he walks away.
Yeah.
No, he won't.
She makes a note of that. Next.
I have studied the sword since I was a young boy.
Oh, yes.
I am a swordsman of renown.
I can't help but notice that you have the long mustaches of a knight of Salamnia.
I don't know what you mean.
Have you abandoned that pitiful group, or you just like weird facial hair?
Never heard of them.
Interesting. You've never heard of Knights of Salamnia. Where are you from?
Too busy studying the sword, you see.
Where do you study?
The dojo. You know.
The dojo.
And
It's a sword dojo. Yes.
It's the Sword Joe.
they're a franchise all throughout Salon.
Isn't that like a hotel chain or something out west? Hojo?
Oh,
Hojo?
there used
Well,
to be
that's
a
Howard
Howard
Johnson.
Johnson.
Howard
Yes.
Johnson,
I don't know if
yeah.
it's still around.
I think they went out of business a while ago, but you know.
Yeah, there
who
used to
knows?
I
be
have no
one.
idea, but
Not too far from where I live that went out of business when I was very, very young.
Well, Howard Johnsons were everywhere when I was a kid, but yeah.
I heard about them, but yeah, I never saw one. So
Well,
It was a
yeah, I
shitty
saw.
hotel. You didn't miss
There
much.
used to be a Howard Johnson in Rapid City.
I can't say I remember seeing it.
So you're from Rapid City, then, are you?
That's right.
It's still there.
I'm sorry. I don't know this information.
All right. So you don't know anything about the enemy. Why do you want to join the armies?
I just want to show off my skills.
Oh,
kill some
because you've been practicing
people.
the sword.
Yeah, and I had to do a flourish.
Well, that's very good. May I measure your biceps?
Certainly.
Thank you. She brings out a little tape measure. Ooh,
I try to push him up a little.
She nods. She makes some notes. So she goes back behind her desk. Name?
And he glances around the room. Deck, floorboard.
Tech floorboard. That's not at all suspicious. That's your real name.
All my life.
Wait a minute, your name is Deck Floorboard?
Certainly.
Is that Floor your middle name?
No, floorboard, one word.
It's B-U with an umlaut. R-D.
Floorboard.
Floorbeard. I'm Dick
The
Floorbeard.
floorboard.
They changed it when we immigrated.
The floorboard is Urky Dookie.
Well, okay. Yes, I just again, there's an office.
I'd like to volunteer for prisoner guard.
Thought you were volunteering for prisoner.
Yes.
Period.
Well, in that case, I was going to send you to one office, but I'll send you to another. Just next to this office, just south here, the next one over, is where you'll need to report.
Thank you very much. I assume you give me some sort of paper or something?
Yeah, here's your fucking paperwork.
Oh,
Don't
thank you
tell
very
me my
much.
job, Mr. Floorboard.
Wait a minute. Is this a New Yorker now?
Yep, this is the New York DMV now.
Great.
Next. I'm just staring at you, Krillin.
Right. I guess there's nobody else left. Yeah.
Can't help but notice your ears.
What's the problem?
They're pointy.
Yeah, and
You an elf?
do I look like an elf to you?
Sort of. You have pointy ears. You got a little bit of
Yeah, well,
stubble
yeah,
that I wouldn't.
clearly you haven't seen many elves.
I mean,
Can we get on with this?
we don't love elves here.
Yeah, I get that.
Do you like elves?
No.
That makes a note of that. Who was an elf, your mother or your father?
I'm not an elf.
What's with the pointy ears?
Again, I
Oh,
don't know
are
what
you-
you're talking about.
You one of those Twitch cosplayers? Because they're weird.
You're right there, but I don't know what you're talking about. Look, yes, my ears are a little bit pointed. I've been getting this my whole life. I'm really tired of it. Can you just
So you have no
process
elven
me and
blood
move
in
on?
you
I'm
at
not
all.
an elf,
0 elven blood.
as far as I know.
Would you submit to a blood test? A blood test, by the way, here would be we draw some of your blood. We have a vampire who will drink it. Very, very good at determining different species' blood.
Well, what I have to say is that I'm okay with that, but I'm not really comfortable letting my own blood in front of everybody. Maybe if I could go to the bathroom and then just bring you some of my blood.
I understand that. I wouldn't want to just let my blood in the middle of the room.
Yeah, you get it. You get
Sure. Yes.
it. Okay.
Yes. If you'd like to, the restroom is right around the corner.
Right. So then I head over to the restroom and I jostle Gorell on my way to the restroom.
Gorell
and
left.
Look at him.
The only one left is Burke.
Okay, that's not gonna help me.
That's all you got. There's also
Okay,
a guy
I go to
sitting in. There's also a guy just sitting in the waiting room with a newspaper.
Excuse me, sir. Come with me.
Okay. Where are we going?
This way. It's important. We'll be done soon.
Yes. No, I've had plenty of time. I'm just sitting here reading the daily news.
Wonderful.
Wait a
Okay.
minute, is that Jimmy Lipper?
Yes. Oh, Burke,
Jimmy,
alive, is that you?
listen. Jimmy, let's go. You can deal with him after.
Okay.
So I take him into the bathroom. Now listen,
Oh
I'm gonna
my.
need a little bit of your blood.
I'm sorry. What?
I'm gonna need a little bit of your blood.
How much is a little bit?
This is. I'm sorry. This is on orders from the Blue Lady, and I'm having to do some random spot checks.
Wait a minute.
So I'm gonna need a little bit of your blood.
Burke walks in behind, just nails Jimmy over the back of the
And
head.
knocks him out.
Kevin Burke had that.
Falls to the floor. Bashes his nose. Blood starts pouring out onto the floor.
All right, fine. Just get some of the blood from the that's pouring out of his nose. All right, I'm good.
All right.
No, plop
Hey,
him
I cut my-
on the toilet before I leave with the paper in front of him.
I cut myself on my hand before I leave.
Okay.
Don't get that mixed in.
No, I will obviously, try to not mix the two bloods.
How are you collecting?
Because
his
nobody
blood?
wants mixed blood.
That's
I'm
the
assuming
whole
they gave me a
point.
little vial to go, let
Oh
my
yeah,
blood
you're right.
into.
There would be like a little.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like the doctor's pee cup. It's got the little sticker on the side when you break it open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you're done already.
Yeah, just get it over with quickly.
Fast bleeder, that guy.
Yes. Vladimir, could you come in here a moment? And from another office, small office outside, it's an old vampire. Yeah, he's got glasses on. His old cardigan sweater. Yes. I need you to taste this blood and tell me what sort of species this gentleman is. Oh, blood. Yes. Yes, I'd love to. I haven't done a test in some time. Takes a sip from the specimen cup.
Do you like swirl it and spit it back in?
Yeah, he's like testing like wine.
Somebody brings a bucket around.
Yes.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, and he nods. Takes another sip. This one he drinks down. Yes, I'll take a bottle. No. You're supposed to just determine what species this gentleman is. Oh, well, that's definitely human blood.
See,
No traces of elves. No. Hold on. Can I get some more?
No.
That's some
Notes of
gnome,
vanilla.
like just a hint of gnome in there somewhere.
I'm afraid I can't spare any more right now.
No, I'm just greedy. No, I don't. I know nothing but human. And she looks at you. She looks at your ears. Looks over at Vladimir. Well, it's the only test we have to determine species. So I guess you're. Yeah, you can join. Just know that you might be murdered at any moment.
You know, I keep the hood up most of the time because, like I said, I've been getting this my whole life.
Yes, and you do have some stubble on your face there,
Exactly. So,
which
would
an elf
an elf
can't grow. But you could be a half elf. I've heard of those.
Listen, we've already been through this. You've
We
already
have
tested
been through
the
it.
blood.
I'm
Can we
just.
let's go ahead and
I'm freaked out about the ears.
Process.
Freaked
Yeah,
out a
well,
little.
that
Sound a
sounds
little-
like a you problem.
I like a
sound a
nice
little
round
turned
in
out.
the air.
I don't think so. I think you like the pointed ones. You keep talking about them.
You mind your own business, dwarf.
Hey, your fetishes are your own fetishes.
And I like
Hey,
a nice
don't
rounded
yuck
ears like
anybody's yolk.
yours.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That damn Caleb is humming
Yeah.
outside now.
Sorry.
I'm going to deal with him right now.
Yes. Well.
The
Okay.
catchy tune.
I guess you're in.
Wonderful, thank you. Where am I going?
Oh, you're going to the. What do you do? I forgot to ask.
You know, shoot things, stab stuff.
Oh, you shoot and stab. Shoot and
Yeah.
stab, not just one or the other.
Amazing, yeah. Wow.
He's
Yeah.
a double S.
Look at that. He's an SS. Well, that does fit in nicely here. You'll fit in very well. Okay. Yeah. All right.
So again, where am I going?
You're going just north 3 doors, along with the others. Most of the others.
Great, thank you. Pleasure.
The pleasure was all yours. Thank you.
Okay.
There's nobody else, right? Bear him over the other group, I hope. Yeah. Okay.
I believe so.
Yeah.
That'll be funny.
Yeah. Bazinga! We found him! All right, so some of you are going to the general fighting office.
That's what it's called, the General Fighting Office.
That's what the sign says
The
out
GFO.
front.
Okay.
It's
No,
the
I mean,
GFO.
I'm not questioning
The
you.
GFO.
I am questioning
right next
you,
to
but
the
I'm just making sure
GTFO.
I understand.
Then we have Caleb going to the wizard office, and we have
that works.
Deck floorboard.
Thank you, deck floorboard, going to the jailer's office, or the jailer
Oh.
recruit office. Who would
Okay.
like to go first?
I'll go first.
All right, so you go up to all the way to the north. There is right by the gate. There is an ornate wooden building. There are the symbols of New Atari on it.
Take a deep breath. Review the all of the knowledge that I have in my mind about from just being raised initially by the astral druids about this moon that no one can see. And walk up to it, and I'm just gonna shove the door open and stand there.
All right. Sitting, and this room is. It almost looks like a psychic's living room, right? There's plush carpets, there's plush couches. There are like silk, we'll call them tapestries for lack of a better word, because I don't have one, hanging about. It's all candle lit. The rain is pouring down beside you behind you from the open door, and you see a beautiful woman, late 20s, maybe early 30s. Long black hair, dressed in the black robes. The hair almost shines purple in the light. And she has a goblet of wine in her hand as she sits on this plush couch. She looks you over in your drab brown druid robes that you changed into. And she says, "May I help you?"
Oh, you're doing the whole smoky voice and villain thing going there for you? Love that look. Not very terrifying, but you go.
Who are you?
Me? Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I was set down here by the I don't know what her name was. Is it really important what her name was?
Her name
to
is
you?
Isabel.
Oh, good. Her name. Then you know who she is. I was sent down here because apparently she thought that you all could use some more help. So where are we at in that?
You haven't taken the test?
Why would I take a test?
Interesting.
You
Show
sound
me
like What do you want to see, sweetheart?
what you can do.
What I can do? I can sing. You want me to sing? I can sing.
No.
No? Okay. You don't want to sing? You want to have a duel? Is that what it is? Is this a little black wizard duel thing?
Oh, if this were a dual thing, I assure you, you would die. No,
Oh.
show me what you can do.
That sounds like a real thing that someone without any real power might say, but sure, what do you want to know? I mean, I can do a lot of things.
Show me.
I could stand here all day and fine, I'll lift that thing up off of your desk, and isn't that exciting?
No.
No, I didn't think so either. See, you're not really giving me anything here to work with, you know?
Show me what you can do.
I can do whatever I want. You know why I can do whatever I want? Because I am me. And I am a very important and very interesting person, I do think.
What's your name?
You can call me... Oh, heck. Why don't you call me Aramis?
At this, she stops and stares at you. Aramis.
It's one of my many names.
No.
No? You want to call me a different name?
No, I'll call you whatever you want me to call you. Well, Aramis, show me what you can do.
Well, let's see here.
As you do that, she casts
I counterspell whatever the hell she does.
what level?
6.
Not that I don't know how counterspell works because I'm the dungeon master and I know everything about this game. But for those listening and watching at home who are not as knowledgeable about this game of Dungeons and Dragons as I am, what does that mean? What level will that give you?
If it is casting a spell of 4th level or higher, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. So what is the spell's level?
8.
8. So the DC will be 18. And so I have a... This is one of those weird ones that I always have to double check.
I wouldn't because
Cast it too.
What's that?
Did you upcast it?
Yeah, to level 6. So the DC equals 10 plus the spell's level on a success. When you cast using a higher spell slot of 4th or higher, the interrupted spell has no effect if its level is less than or equal to. So there's like a 2 difference, I suppose.
So you're on the first part.
What's that?
So you go back to the first part.
Yeah, so it's going to be 12 will be the DC, and I get to add plus, I think just plus 5, but let me double check my robes.
Should be an 18.
What's that?
Your DC is an 18.
Yeah, it's an 8th level spell.
Right, but I upcasted it too. So
That doesn't mean anything.
Unless the spell you're countering is lower level than that.
Yeah, if it had been 6th level or lower, you would have countered it automatically.
okay, well that's a waste. But
yeah,
I
it's
also
a waste.
do-
You know, it was worth a shot.
Well, you'll get some sleep before you
Let's
need
see,
to do anything again. So.
I'm just double checking my robes here.
Well, you could use your
No,
spell
that
cast.
just affects my DC and attack bonus, and I think the wand is just the attack bonus. So yeah, that's not going to help that. So, I get to roll a d20 and add 5, I guess.
Well, you get your proficiency plus your spellcasting modifier.
Right, which is 5 plus proficiency is 4, so that's 9.
Alright, so you just need a 9 to pass.
So I rolled a 17 plus 9, so that's a lot.
Okay.
26, Adam.
He's got to take his shoes off and get another kid. So
All right. She looks at you and she nods and she says, "Very good. Sit down." And she gestures to one of these plush chairs facing her.
Very well. Do I need to summon a shadow beast now, or a light cantrip and a monologue would help?
I would love a shadow beast and a monologue.
Shadow beast and a monologue. Well, I could bring forth an astral dragon spirit if you'd like to meet one of those. Do you even know what one of those are? I know they're pretty rare around here, but they do really exist.
Let me tell you something.
Yes.
You come in here. Do you think you're tough shit?
No, I do not at all.
No, neither do I. Do you know who I am?
I don't know.
A polite person would ask.
I actually asked, did you know who the lady down the hall was? Because you started to quiz me right away while
Yes.
I was standing outside the door.
That's my job.
I think we kind of got off on the wrong foot, but
So let's start from scratch.
I always was an academic disappointment, you know.
I can tell you never took the test of high sorcery, yet you are very powerful. What is your name?
I told you.
No, you told
Aramis.
her. You didn't tell me. Your name is Aramis. Did you tell me? I don't remember anymore.
Yeah, when we were talking a few minutes ago, right before you cast that spell. It's still the sultry lady, right?
Yep. You're not he, though. You are a descendant.
That's, yes, of course, yes. I'm not whoever you think I might be, no. I have more names, like I said.
And she looks at you.
But I wanted to see your reaction when I said that one, and it was interesting.
Yeah.
You could call me Kale.
Kale.
Like the vegetable.
Like the bitter leaf.
Yes, I've been told I'm hard to get along with.
But I enjoy a salad. I don't know why I said it that way. I don't enjoy you in a... It doesn't matter.
That's okay. I would be heartbreak for you anyway.
Okay, little boy. You've proven that you have skill. I'll accept you into our ranks.
No good. I don't have to wear one of the funeral robes, do I?
The black robes? Yes, you will.
But I'm not going to a funeral.
You might be. If you keep this up.
I see. Well, goth cosplay, bring it on.
Kale, descendant of Aramis. Now you're half elf too, right?
Yeah. Isabel.
Jeez, why didn't he get any shit for the ears?
Because I forgot about that until just now. When I was thinking about Aramis.
He's got a haircut that covers him.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
He's
got that long, flowing blonde hair going on.
I should have taken my ponytail out.
You weren't prepared for the interview.
I just randomly had it down because,
He wanted to look cute.
It did. It looks really cute.
You know that those of your persuasion are not typically welcome here.
I see.
You do know this, right? You do have elven blood.
Maybe. Could be. How would I know?
I do.
The son of an orphan. Of an abandoned orphan. An orphan who is just left to die.
Nobody asked for your backstory.
Doesn't seem to be important to you.
No.
Where my ancestry is.
Just your ancestry, not your backstory. There's a difference. And it's not me, per se. You'll have to prove yourself. I'm going to allow you to enter.
Oh, goody.
Your attitude will change. And you can treat me however you want. I don't give two shits.
Yeah, me either. Because you know what? I don't want to be here to begin with. Do you know I was shanghaied into all of this?
Really?
Oh, yeah, very, very, very much so. There's this blue lady, apparently, who's quite evil and terrible.
I'm sorry, what did you say his name was?
You should go against her.
Who?
You should against her.
Who?
There's a blue lady and a black lady and a red lady and a green lady, I think it is. And they're all going to come together.
Stop for a
and you should
moment.
make some movements against them.
Stop for a moment. I
Uh-huh.
don't... The green, I don't understand what the green lady or whatever, but the blue lady.
There's this big thing that's coming. This big thing. It's got 5 heads. It's got a blue head, a green head.
Oh, you're talking
black
about Takesis.
Right? Yeah. And
I was talking about the blue lady. What do you know of her?
Right. It's this big monster thing with 5 heads. And
you disappoint me.
What?
You don't have any information on Kitiara, the blue lady.
Who?
Well,
I was talking about the thing that's coming. It's going to be pretty exciting. Have you heard about it? The 5-headed thing that's coming? That's very exciting. So like I said, I was kind of like strong-armed into wanting to come see it because of the stars.
By who?
Have you seen the stars? They're just going crazy up there.
They're
We have
doing crazy. The
we have
stars
just going crazy
are doing
stars up there.
crazy.
We have stars moving around. we have constellations moving in and out and zooming in.
We're doing Hollywood
over.
Squares.
Have you seen the reunion yet? There is a reunion that's just happened up there. That hasn't happened in according
Wait
to
a
the
minute.
math calculations that I've done. It's been thousands and thousands.
Shut
and
up for a
thousands of
moment.
years. And then what?
Ideally forever, but at least for a moment. You noticed the new constellation.
Well, of course. I look up. Like I was telling the lady down the hall, Isabella, she didn't want to hear about it. But, there is stuff happening up there if you pay attention to it.
What do you know about this new constellation?
That it appeared. And
That's
then it hasn't appeared in a very long time. And then actually, when I traced it back, because I did trace it back, it's called the Reunion. And but it has something to do with the Paladine and then the Takisas constellations coming around together. Not really sure what, because the records were expunged or lost or destroyed, and whoever knows what. Because it was a
Enough.
long time before I was born, before you were
Enough.
born, before any of us were born.
Enough.
Uh-huh. I could go on about this topic forever because it's really.
I'm sure you could, but I don't have the interest, nor we're running out of time on the stream. I'm going to send you to the Green Quarter.
Green Quarter?
Yes.
Why?
Just west of here. And I want you to find a wizard.
Well, I'm a wizard.
I don't. Yes. For. Not technically, you're not. No. But you certainly have the capabilities of one. I want you to go meet with a wizard named Zane O'Cara.
Zane O'Cara. Certainly.
Tell him that I sent you.
And your name again was?
Iolanth.
Iolath sent me.
Iolanth.
Iolanth sent me. Got it. And what was the message? Or did you want me to just let him know that you wanted to see this, Zane? Because I can definitely let him know that I'm very good at.
Just say that I
delivering
sent
messages.
you.
Okay.
Mostly because I don't want to deal with you anymore. But two, I think he'd be very interested in meeting you. I will send word. And she stops for a second and she holds a finger up. And you see her mouth moving, but you don't hear anything. She puts her finger down. I have let him know that you will be arriving within the hour. Make haste.
I don't know if I have the recipe for haste. Do you have that in your spell book?
I'm not talking about the fucking spell. I'm talking about. I can give you a scroll, but I'm not going to because of you've really put me off.
You wanted me to make haste. I need the recipe.
Yeah, and if you had that spell, you should cast it on yourself to get the fuck out of my office across town over to Fine Zane.
Fine, I'll go find this Zane. What did you say his name was? O'Cara? O'Cara. I wrote O'Cara. Oh, it's O'Cara. Okay.
He has elven blood too, like you. However, his visage is that of death itself.
Oh, scary.
Well, you'll know when you see him. Bye-bye.
Hey, fine, I'll go over to see Zane O'Cara. I wonder if that's the same Zane O'Cara that I was
Yeah.
It's a very common name, actually.
Yeah. It's like John Smith.
Right.
There's like 12 Zane O'Caras in the city right now.
Okay. Let's see. All right. Roll me a persuasion or deception, whatever you feel is more in line with what you're trying to do here. I would say deception, but I'm going to give it to you to decide.
Persuasion or deception?
Yeah.
What am I doing?
Rolling it.
It doesn't really matter which I do. Can I use guidance on that, though? Because I cast it earlier.
Sure. Yeah, guidance works on that.
Okay, perfectly.
What's your
So 6
guidance?
or
Is
4.
it-
I gotta double check.
You're not going to make it.
I think it's
Doesn't
just
matter.
a D4.
Yeah, it's a D4.
Well, I guess I'm not gonna make it then.
All right. Nothing else happens, but
Fine. I go and I walk out and head towards the green quarter to find Zane Okara.
yeah. And she'll give you papers to get through the different areas. Basically, you'll be able to get through that. Basically, if the temple is the first area, then you have this little area around the temple is the second. You can get through the third, the fourth, and throughout the outer areas
Okay.
with this red. We
All right,
did
I
miss
know.
you, Bromenard, by the way. Bromenard says, damn, I chat a lot. Did you miss me last week, or was it nice to have a break? We did miss you.
I'll head that way and
It was nice to get a break from Chuck. Did we have Chuck last time? Chuck was here last
he
time.
was
It
here
was the
last
time
I was
before.
here last time.
It was the week
time
before.
before that.
It was the week
My
before.
goodness. I was here the last time, too.
No, you weren't. You said you were
Well,
going to, and you never showed up.
You just feel like I wasn't there.
Because you didn't show up. That's why I felt it.
I said I'd be there by 10.
Who'd like to? Yeah.
you were there by 10 the next week.
The next week.
Yeah, I didn't say what day.
That's true. All right, who wants to go next?
So we just do the
It's
gaggle.
Sedge or the group.
Let's just
Well,
do the group.
It's either
Oh,
Sedge-
and by the way, when Caleb gets out of there and he thinks he's out of earshot or whatever, he basically collapses into a withering mess. Like, oh my god! I can't believe I did that! I can't believe I did that! I can't believe I did that!
Depleted the confidence reserves.
Burke and Grell will step up and over him.
He's way up ahead of you guys. You're nowhere near him.
No, he collapsed. All right, yeah, we'll go find Donnie. Something feather. I even wrote it down.
Spring feather.
You
Something
wrote
like that?
something
Star-
feather down?
Donnie Starfeather.
Star feather. Yep.
There you go.
All right, so the group goes to see Donnie Starfeather. Wasn't that who Sedge was supposed to see?
I,
No.
Oh, I don't think you gave my guy a name.
Okay. All right, so then we'll go with the group and then we'll finish with Sedge.
Yep.
All right. So you guys go. It's 3 doors north.
Yeah. Well, I'll knock on the door.
Come in.
I'll open the door, let Grell go in first.
All right.
You see a very flamboyantly dressed man. A lot of eyeliner. Like a very blue, like a royal blue silk cloak. And he wrapped, sort of wrapped around his shoulders and neck, and he's wearing royal blue. It almost looks like silk pajamas, but they're clothes.
here's the question: is he pulling it off?
Oh yeah,
Okay, all right.
Okay. All right.
yes.
Does he have
and
any
he's-
weapons
And his
on him? Do I notice any weapon?
oh sure, yeah, he's got a long sword and a dagger strapped to his belt, and he's also wearing a pair of blue velour shoes.
Wow. Not what I was expecting for the warrior, the fighter intake guy for
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Blue Army. But, you know.
Well,
And Grell will
it just
look
shows
at
you
him.
not to assume.
No,
Yeah. Girl will say, I was sent here, just joined up.
Well,
Do I
it
have
looks
to
like
wear a
you'll do
cloak, too?
very well. And the others, I'm sorry, your name is Gorell, and your name is, points at Colonel Vaughn.
Sorrel Weatherton.
Saul Weatherton.
Sorrel Weatherton.
Sorrel Weatherton, sorry.
Yes.
And then, and you, Sir Dwarf.
Tarn Smith.
Tarn Smith, Sorrel Weatherton, and Gorell, you said your name was?
I didn't say that.
I think you did.
Did I?
No,
You
this
did-
is Ant.
I'm sorry, what?
Ant.
It's
This is
Ant.
Ant.
He said
Anthony.
Gorell. Gorell
No,
and...
that
there's
was the thing we were scraping off of his boots outside. He stepped in some Gorell.
Girl.
You're a funny one,
the
I
girl
like you.
just turned silently and look at Curly Fawn
And I
say
look at
a
her
word,
and I
just look
smirk
at
a
him.
tiny bit.
and turn back and go, yes, I was scraping Gorell off the bottom of my shoe.
I didn't know that's what Gorell meant.
It doesn't.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Hi.
But it must be the old Kurish translation.
Pronunciation.
Possibly. Yeah.
It's what you find after you've been through a dog park.
And he stands up, and in like one fluid motion, stands up, sort of sits like facing away from you on the desk, but then turns with a flourish of his legs, and then is sitting on his desk, facing you, with his legs crossed, and says, "I know who you are, and I'm happy to see you. Close the door. Go ahead, close the door."
Alright.
Close the door.
So all three of us are in there now, right?
Yep.
Okay. We'll close the door. And Gorell will just take a couple steps closer and look at him and goes, okay, fine.
And
You know I'm
from a
Gorell.
little file on his desk, he picks up and he hands you Aunt Oni a and you did say Gorell when you first walked in the room. But
I don't remember. I don't even remember saying the name.
it's hysterical
All
that
right.
you did. Yep. He hands you a wanted poster of yourself, Gorell. He hands one of
Okay.
you, Curlithlon.
Well, this is a horrible likeness.
Yes, no, I know. It's
And Gorell points out, "Is like, look, you can tell it's an earlier drawing. There's no mustache."
That's fair.
Yeah, it's an episode 3 drawing, and he hands one of Burke, of you as well.
What's this?
It's you, of course.
What is this?
It's
Wanted.
a wanted poster. Now,
Let's.
So Gorell will fold it up and like put it in his pocket because he thinks it's pretty cool that he's on a wanted poster. But he's not gonna say it
I'm
out
gonna
loud.
save this for hang up in my room for later
Save
once
for
all this
fun.
war business is over.
And he's like, fine. And Gorell just stands there and crosses his arms. So you know who we are.
Yes, and I'm happy to see
What
you.
is this? You're happy to see us.
Yes.
Why?
Well, the blue lady was hoping that you would change your minds.
Right.
Yes, we definitely want to see the blue lady.
Where is Kit, by the way?
Well, she'll be here within a few days with the rest of her armies. And you, he looks at what's your name, Burke?
Yeah.
Your daughter is safe for now. Don't worry.
What did you say?
You heard me. I'm sure.
No. Repeat it again.
Your daughter is safe for now. Don't
Are you
worry.
Are you threatening me? I didn't
No.
catch your name, Donnie.
My name is Tahani. Starfeather.
Yes.
Yes.
And what do you do here?
Well, I serve at the Blue Lady's pleasure, of course.
Interesting
And-
choice of words.
And what do you do here?
I make sure that whatever the Blue Lady wants, I provide.
Ah,
I
yes.
see.
And what does she
And what do you-
want?
Yeah.
Well, that's for her to say to you, not to me. That being said, I know she'd be very happy to see all three of you.
And yet you're not happy.
Oh, I'm very happy.
Where are the refreshments?
Oh, would you like refreshments?
No.
Well, then, I don't understand what the fuck you're
Well,
talking about.
if you are a
All right,
polite
fine.
host, if you are a host, you would offer us refreshments.
You're the one who came here to join up. Do you want to join up? Is that really why you're here?
Are we here?
Now
Why
you
else would we
sound...
be here?
If
That's
I
the
wasn't
point.
here to join up, you'd be dead.
Look at him. Look at him. Oh, I like him. Oh,
He's not
yes.
wrong.
He's very feisty. My dear sirs, I cannot be bargained with. I cannot be threatened.
I've done nothing of that.
You could try to kill me if you wish. I don't know how well it'll go. For you or for me, I suppose. That being said, if you are serious about joining the Blue Lady's army, then we welcome you. And there's no need to be upset. There's no need to be angry.
No one's angry. I'm a dwarf.
True, I've never met a dwarf before. I suppose I am unfamiliar in your ways. That being said, I would appreciate it if we could have a civil conversation. Do you understand me?
Did someone draw a weapon I didn't see?
Yeah.
don't-
No, it's fine. Let's
I
have
will-
a conversation.
Yes, and just to ensure that we're all on the same page, I will draw my weapon when I intend to use it. And when I intend to use it, will people die? And those people are not me.
Okay.
So,
Good
let's
to know.
start over, shall we? You're here to join the Blue Lady's army. You, the big one with the beard. You have something you'd like to say to me?
I'm just curious. And Garel actually going to start looking around the room as he talks to him.
Okay.
Just
The room
trying to take
itself
in
is plain. You do see tapestries of blue dragons in the background. There's like the furniture itself. Besides the chair that Tahani is sitting on, which is very plush and comfortable, are all wooden. There are no desks or anything here. There are some file cabinets in the far wall to the left in the corner. There's a plush blue rug with the symbol of the Blue Dragon armies on it. There's a door leading to what you would imagine is an office. But in here is really, and there are some windows, but it's otherwise a pretty unremarkable room by itself.
All right. So just like a makeshift office for this guy, and then like a
Exactly,
side
yeah.
door.
Yeah, and you assume that within that, if this guy were going to do some actual work, it would probably be in the office behind him. This seems more like an antechamber.
Right. Okay. Gurel. Again, as he's looking around the room, we'll talk to him.
And of course, there's a desk that he's sitting on. I forgot to mention
that he's sitting on the desk, right?
Yeah.
And Gurel will just be like, so we know that Kitiara is expecting us, or at least hoping we'd show up.
Yes.
We know that you are here because she was hoping this would happen. So now we're here. What happens now? And you say Kitiara is not even here right now.
No.
What were we supposed to do until she gets here?
Well, I mean, we would put you up in a place to stay. We would find avenues for you to work, to help to set up for the High Lord's meeting, of course. And then once she is here, she will find whatever use for you that the Blue Lady wants.
That sounds great. Why don't we get that? Those lodgings sorted to start with?
And Gurel asks, do we get to go to the temple?
You're interested in going into the temple. You want to be there for the meeting of the High Lords. Why?
Yes. Isn't because of who we are. We are Kitiara's kin, and we think we should be there.
Well, that is up to the Blue Lady, of course.
Sure.
I don't
but
have a say in this whatsoever.
The temple.
I'm sorry.
Now, Gurel is just trying to find a way to the temple. He just wants to see. Even if we don't get to go in, I would like to just see the temple.
He's a little bit of a tourist. He needs to see. It's a very notable structure.
Yes, I'm a very visual person.
Apparently there's some talk about Kitiara and Tanis in chat, and Chris Andrews says Tanis has a bit of a headache from the Pax Darkus fortress falling on him. Yeah, that's how Tanis died in our show.
Poor guy.
Valid.
So, explain to me again what it is you're looking to do. You want to go and see the temple?
Yes, we are fighting for this. For this dragon god. I would just like to see what I'm fighting for.
Yeah, when people of our, you yourself say we're notable people. When people as notable as us see the light and join the Dragon Queen, you'd think we could at least see where she's going to be.
I mean, you could
joining the
see
stage
for the next 2 days. The temple will be accessible, but after that they clear out the inner city and no one is allowed in.
Well, clearly not no one. But again, you're right. This is something we can just discuss with Kit when she gets here.
Yes. So I don't know why you're accosting me.
No one's accosting you. We're just getting to know each other. It's a friendly banter.
Sir Dwarf, know that I will be watching you specifically.
That's fine. Many have.
And to you, Kurlithlan, to you, Gurel, know that while the Blue Lady has been anxious for you to change your minds, I remain skeptical of your intentions here. That said, by all means, the barracks are in the inner city. Just inside this wall, there's a large area. Feel free to enter to the north or to the south. Here are your papers. Hands to you. But just know that you are watched.
Of course we're watched. We
Yes.
understand that everybody knows us. And he
Yes.
pats his pocket with the wanted poster.
Exactly. Look at him. He understands. He understands. I hope the rest of you do as well.
What's the price on your head?
On mine.
No, Grell. I'm not talking. You don't have a wanted poster.
No,
You just,
yes,
no?
that's why I was confused.
Just curious.
What is Garel wanted for?
There is no price.
Or
It
how
says
much?
bring to the Blue Lady. Same with
Just
Curlathon.
bring.
And with Burke, 10,000 steel pieces.
10,000. That's a lot. I might turn myself in.
I mean, maybe we could all turn you in and split the proceeds.
And then
Well, you've effectively turned yourself in.
there you go.
Wait, can you just give that to him and ask for the cash then?
You would think. I mean, it's being offered.
No, yes. He can't find himself.
Well,
I mean, he clearly has.
I have.
Oh,
He hasn't.
Now you're claiming that the steal.
Perhaps.
Well, I'll be in the barracks if you need me.
Yes.
You'll be watching me. They turn and leave.
Goodbye. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure meeting you. I've heard so much about you all.
Yeah, real pleasure.
All right, so we all leave and head to the barracks.
All right, and then we cut to Rick.
Yes, Flurbird.
Yeah, what-
I'm stealing the spelling from Roman art.
yeah.
That was good.
All right, you head down to the the last building. You
Yeah.
can sort of see it on the map there, all the way against the wall.
Yeah, he just strolls into the jailer's office, holds out his paperwork, and says, "Reporting for duty, sir."
Ah, good. Need another jailer.
Prisoner guard extraordinaire, at your service.
Oh, you have experience.
Trained all my life, sir.
You've trained all your life to be a... Explain to me what you've been doing.
Well, I study the sword and I guard prisoners.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. It looks like his roster. I don't see anyone with that kind of qualifications here. Yes, well, let me show you the way. Sid. Then a little boy, like sort of 8 years old, maybe 9, comes out. Watch the desk for Daddy, will you? Yes, Papa.
Good lad.
And he's got he also has a big steel ring with keys on it attached to his belt.
Family business jailing, I always said, sir.
Yes. This boy will, when he grows up, will be jailing all sorts of infidels.
That's,
He wipes a tear from his eye.
that's the way to raise a child, I always said, sir.
Yes. Well, come with me.
Certainly.
And he walks you through and there's some paperwork involved that he takes care of, but he walks you into the inner blue quarter, past that, into, and I'm gonna ping on the map here, and again I don't have this open for those watching, I apologize, but inside this sort of in-between layer, over by, what is it, 30? I can't see. It's
Somewhere between the 33s, it looks like.
Yeah. Inside this area here, there is what's clearly a jail cell. It is made of stone, unlike the rest of the buildings in most of these areas, which are made of wood. And he brings you in. There is a person sitting at a desk, a wooden desk. Otherwise, it is empty. There are some cells in this room that look like probably just for, like, disorderly conduct, or, if somebody gets to...
The holding tank.
Yeah, exactly. Get drunk, they'll stick you in here. Brings you through that into the back. There's a wooden door with a staircase going down. It goes down very deep. It's about 20 feet. And it sort of goes down 10 feet, little ledge, turns, goes down 10 feet. And in the bottom of that is an underground jail cell that has a little area that you're standing in right now, which has a person sort of sitting with his feet on a desk, reading a book. There are keys behind him, but it's locked in a like a chest. But it's like attached to the wall almost, but like a wooden. It's it's
the thing at the warehouse where they keep the keys.
Exactly, but it's so it's hanging on the wall, and down the hallway are just one cell after another, after another, after another. And he says, this here is Skip. He'll show you the ropes. And it's an older dude, human. And you could tell that he's been doing this for a long time, kind of disinterested, but not that he's not paying attention. And
I salute, say, reporting for duty, Skip, sir.
Name?
My name is Jesk Flurbird, sir.
Jesk Flurbird. Interesting. Well, it's nice to have some help down here. You'll be in charge of the buckets. I'm in charge of the food.
I shall keep the buckets right in line, sir.
Just empty them. That's all you have to do. The buckets themselves won't get out of line. They're buckets, of course.
Aye, aye.
You have experience emptying buckets and then replacing them?
Long line of bucket emptiers, my family, sir.
Oh. Well, you'll fit in right well here. Because there are a lot of prisoners, as you can see. Then you look down the hallway and you just see, like, again, this long hallway of steel cages.
I glance down the hallway, like, turn around, try to keep a straight face, and says, aye, aye.
Excellent. Excellent. And that is where we end tonight's session. Propernard says he was way too delighted with his bucket prowess. It's hard to find good labor in Naraka, you'll find, especially when it comes to emptying buckets. But all right, thank you guys for hanging out with us on D&D Fridays for Atomic Peanut Butter Presents Dragonlance Dragons of Truth, Part 2. We are in the end game. We are in Naraka. We got some people hanging out at a tavern. We got some people.
They got the cushion job.
The Blue Army. What?
They said they got the cushy job.
Yeah, the guys in the tavern got it easy.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens when they leave the tavern, but so far so good. We've got a jailer, and we've got a wizard who is going to go check on our old friend Zane O'Cara. Thank you, Chris Andrew, for cheering 100 to Sedge. Just a drop in the bucket. Hashtag dad joke.
Listen. So Rick only knows how to be proud.
All right, guys. Thank you for hanging out with us as always. We appreciate it. We will be back next week as we continue the end. What will happen from here? They know who Curlithlon, Gorell, and Burke are. And they've enlisted them in the Blue Dragon armies. What could go wrong? I can't think of anything.
Nothing.
And then we have Caleb on his own, wandering the streets of Naraka, looking for Zane O'Cara. What could go wrong? The others,
That's
at least,
not a recipe for disaster at all.
yes. The others
There's
have.
that scene of Indiana Jones where his mentor's wandering that city. Like, is anybody
Yeah.
speaking language?
After he says
Yeah,
he'll
that's,
blend in
what was his
here.
name? That was a great Marcus. Yeah.
Marcus Brody.
Yes. Brody. He's like,
Oh, Brody.
He
What's his
knows
name?
6
Marcus
different
Brody?
languages.
Yeah.
He'll blend in, and he's like sticking out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
Anybody know ancient?
All right, so that's where we're gonna pick up next week. I don't know where this is gonna go from here, to be truth be told. But we've created a great new character, which I have to make a character sheet for, who's gonna be a total badass, which is Tahani Starfall. What is this? Tommy Peanut Butter Group, can you answer Silent's question? Which NPCs are alive? I don't know when.
Specifically wondering about Taz, I think.
Tasselhoff Burfoot is a knight and is leading the Kendamore army along with General Gus Blunderbuss. Gus Blunderbuss. I would say Gluss. It's hard to say that. Who is a character I created in Chuck's Sunday night game. Then we have Kitiara, obviously, is still around. Tika, still alive. We haven't seen her in a long time. Last we saw her, she was with the elves, and they brought her to safety in Urgoth. Tanis is dead. Sturm is dead. He died prior to the events of this story. He is Curlithlon's father. And Alhana Starbreeze is Curlithlon's mother. Raceland, we've seen him. He is actually, from what we've seen, controlling Zane O'Cara. And you can add in Fist and Tantalus there too, because Raceland and Fist and Tantalus are kind of one and the same at this point in history. And who else?
The silver dragon, Sir Earl's girlfriend.
Oh,
against-
Silvara. Yep,
Silvara.
Silvara is still around. She is joining the army of Whitestone along with PC Sir Earl, which was one of Michael's first character. And
Flint died of natural causes.
Flint died of natural causes.
The blacksmith. With
Theros Ironfeld
Theros,
is still here. He's still creating weapons for the armies. We have Riverwind is still alive and with the Whitestone armies. What a great guy! What a great
Everyone
guy.
loves that guy.
Everyone
Really,
loves
he's
Riverwind.
great.
So good.
Yeah.
He's a great guy.
Mhm.
And Silent Kid Studio says Raceland was always my favorite character while reading the books. He's most people's favorite character. I'm going with Tannis. I know Chuck agrees with me. Gaz, who was your favorite character? Read the notes.
I actually am a Flint.
You're
fan.
Flint. Flint is my second favorite character. Thank
Graceland
you.
and Cameron. Trials
Silent
of
Kid, Flint and Tess still alive 100. I'm
That's
going to
for the
take
twins.
that one for myself and give myself my 14th inspiration point. Lorana is still alive. She is captured by the Dragon armies, and maybe Rick Cordwood is gonna see her and help her out, possibly. Who else? Who am I missing? Gold Moon still alive. She is with the Whitestone Council. She is not with the army. She's still in Kalaman.
How about Cameron? Is he around?
Caraman.
Caraman. The only hint we've seen of Caraman was a skeleton in the Skullcap Mountain. So he is long since dead in this timeline. Maybe in season 2, when we do Legends, we will encounter him. But yeah, Caraman is this timeline is a little weird. This Caraman apparently died during what would be the book series Legends, when he was chasing his brother. All right. Odic. Odic is still alive, cooking spiced potatoes. Yes, as far as we know, Odic is still around and kicking. Porthios still leading the elves.
Ode.
What was that?
Ode.
Who?
Favorite
Master
Toad.
Toad.
Oh,
Viewmaster Toad is still around. Yeah, I love Viewmaster Toad. Are you kidding me?
You're doing so much with him. It's great.
It's yeah. I feel like and the books kind of used him for a while and then showed here and there. But I love Viewmaster. He was one of my favorite characters growing up. Gilthanas still alive. He is with the Elven army, the Qualinesti Elven army, but Gilthanas is still around. I forgot Gilthanas. I like Gil too. He's another good character. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anybody else that I'm forgetting. Chuck, anyone I'm forgetting? I don't think so.
Goldmoon.
Goldmoon I mentioned. She's at Kalaman right now. Waylon. Don't mention Waylon. He was killed. The group got him killed.
That random NPC without a name in book 2 on page 83.
Can we go through the entire list of characters in the Dragonlance universe?
I mean, there was Elliston.
Oh, Elliston is still around. He's in Kalaman as well. Elliston. Broman, I just put that in chat as well as you said that, Chuck. Marquesta, the ship captain. We don't know about her. The CL say she's alive, but we'll see. She has a very small part in the book, but I always liked that character too. I thought she was cool.
And of course, Fizban makes occasional appearances.
Yeah,
Fizban
we just saw recently in the last episode. Last episode, the episode before that. Both.
Bit of both.
Fizban was there. All right. Anyway, guys, I guess that's it for all of the NPCs and where they are for right now.
I thought we finally got rid of all the NPCs.
We tried to, but they're just pulling them back in. Anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out with us in D&D Fridays for Atomic Peanut Butter Presents Dragonlance: Dragons of Triumph, Part 2. We'll be back next week to see where things go from here. We are almost at the end of day 1. 7 days left. And then we're at the end of these modules, guys, which I've been wanting to play for Jesus, I don't know, I can't do the math. It'd just make me sad if I did. But for a very long time, glad I'm finally getting to hang out with my friends, doing it here on Friday nights. And when we're done with this, we're going to move on to Legends, which I've been working on trying to figure out how to make do with the characters that we have here. But anyway, for Gaz, Chuck, Mike, Sedge, and Kemchan, I am Adam saying good night. Be safe out there. Be kind to one another. And we will see you next time on Dragonlance. Bye-bye.
Bye now. Shoot. Bye, go.
Just
You, go away.
Fuck out of here. You're done. We're
Go to
done.
bed.
Fuck are you still waiting here for?